middle.
living in the end by enjoying the middle. Oh,
Hmm.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and this one was brought forward because, again, we're very transparent. We're here growing with you, which is what the co-creative experience is.
Yes.
And we always have a moment to practice what we preach,
Yes, we do.
right?
Oh, yes, we do. Yes. And
Mm-hmm.
I think as I'm going to steal something from Abraham Hicks while you're riding that high flying disc, you are constantly have to be aware of where your mind is. Are you getting attached? Is your happiness attached to what you know is to be true, or is your happiness attached to what's manifesting in front of you? Because if it's attached to what's manifesting physically in front of you, if something happens that you don't like, your attitude will quickly hop and reflect that, which I just experienced a few days ago. And Elle was so cool to help me with it. And it's like, because we all have it, but with the experience, it doesn't stay long. That's the beauty of it. And I want all you to get excited about it. So it's like, you get attached to great things. And I mean, you've been meditating, you're doing your thing, things are just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But when it's time for growth, it can come in the form of contrast. Not even something where anyone else would be like, oh, is that it? Because you're so used to flying high, a small thing of not even negativity, because we don't believe in that, of something you didn't expect, of something you wouldn't have personally put on your journey shows up, which is all part of making it better. But to you, you're like, oh no. And you can see yourself just dialing in on it. Like, well, I'll just fix it physically by doing this. Stop, like Elle told me. Get yourself together and do the mental work, because that's where it's at. You will make such a mess trying to fix it yourself because you can't.
I
And,
love that. I love that. And
and
when you're saying fix it yourself, you're meaning like physically getting
physically.
in, like, and like Mike is sharing, it is really beautiful because it is practice. It is practice and it strengthens your ability to
Hmm.
get in and out, to get in and out, and to be aware of what it is that you're doing. One thing that comes to my attention is being conformed to this world. And what that means for me is we're meant to enjoy the material things in life, the houses, the cars, the money.
Hmm. Hmm.
And where we are right now, it's such a practice to realize when you place something on a shelf so quickly that the magic is the car, the material things. They're fun, but they're not the essence of happiness. And you can feel the alignment shift when you place all of your
Yes.
happiness into
Uh-huh.
something material. You hear,
Yes.
yeah.
I'm just taking it in and saying yes, and I'm applying to things just in the past few days. If you notice, I mean, and I'm feeling good. And what is cool is I'm feeling so good again from where I was. Remember, when you're so used to being in alignment, the small thing can really make you be like, get away from me like that, because you're so used to being in alignment. You're so good in staying in alignment. So when small triggers, you'll be so sensitive to things that come up in your life that honestly, I laugh thinking about years ago, the things that could possibly throw me out of alignment now would be just an everyday occurrence. It wouldn't even make me even think blink, because I just thought that was normal. I never
Well,
even thought about it being negative.
we know what's so funny is when you're speaking right now, it just show, and then it's your story to share, but you're so aligned and you found your happiness that things that don't make you happy make you sad when you think that your happiness is dependent upon that. And
Yes.
so That's what you were experiencing
Yes.
earlier today.
Yes.
You found happiness, and you found it because you are the source of your happiness. When you're going on
Yes.
your walks, when we're talking, when we're doing the podcast is an enhancer, but you found that because you needed nothing to be happy.
Yes.
And so you became unhappy when, we'll just say, something financial, you started putting your attention to it, and you're like, and you started becoming unhappy because you already
Yes.
found the source. So
Wow.
anything else is going to give you a reaction.
It's so, so true. And anyone listening what Elle said, she described it perfectly. And she's not saying don't like money. Just understand that money is a byproduct of happiness.
It's a byproduct. You had an allergic reaction when
When I was
you,
making that my happiness,
yes,
I was making it my happiness.
and you
And
had an
it's,
allergic reaction to it
yes,
because you were so connected to knowing you formed this marriage with your source of happiness, and
yes,
something was trying to come between it, and it was breaking up that marriage.
yes, it was. Yes, it
Isn't it?
was.
It's so,
I love how you said it.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's just so
yes,
funny. But now, we're sharing with you guys is enjoying the end, living in the end while enjoying the middle. And it's going beyond what manifested. What manifested is old news. It's
right.
old. It's
It's
old.
old news. It's old news. Yes. Yes. It's so old. It's like I'm sitting here, like I said, guys, you know me, I'm always talking. I'm like, man, I'm just like feeling like as the spirit of who I truly am is coming. Like it's already back, but it's just like it was so funny. I love reflecting on, man, you look at something like I was making a big deal about this. Oh wow, like I can't believe well, I don't put myself down. It's like it's just funny. I make everything fun. It's so funny. I was making a big deal out of it. Oh, it's so funny. And I love thinking I wouldn't even have blinked at something like this before. I'm like, if that's a problem, you're good. But evolution of happiness, you're so tuned into a high level, you can notice any inferiority starting to seep into your life. Just like Elle said.
Yeah, and something else we were sharing back and forth, it just led me to another train of thought was we all fall. We all fall down. But what's your anchor? And a lot of times when we're down, we we can we pull conversation like just to, for you guys to recognize who is your anchor. Somebody that's falling with you isn't an anchor. And I say this as an example. If you're talking about how what an asshole your boss is, and
Mm-hmm.
you pull a coworker in, and then you both are down there. Oh my gosh, I can't believe he did that. You're both down there. How can you get picked back up from someone else that's falling down with you?
100%. Wow.
So be aware of, if you really want to get out of it, if you truly want to get out of it, you're going to connect with someone that will actually help you fall up. And by falling up is we all fall down. That's a beautiful place. We
Yeah,
all
yes, I
do
like
it.
that.
We
Right.
all do it.
Yes.
But
Yes.
it's somebody that can help you shift perception.
Absolutely. And in this case, like I said, being transparent, it was Elle. It was so cool because it was like she didn't go down that mental abyss with me. She was like, here's like, and the cool thing was because we are where we are, I recognized what I was doing. I was the and you're not trying to convince someone to join your downward spiral with you because you understand how life works. So you understood what she was doing and you understood where you were because you had the basics understood. Now, does your mind like that happening when it wants to say, listen, I need you to come down here with me? You can understand this, but your higher self has taken such precedence. You now understand when someone doesn't join you, it's because they see where you're going. And you know, even though you are where you are, that's not the right way to keep going.
I love that, Mike, because some people might feel that it's annoying when you hear the
Oh,
other side. It's annoying because you want to be down there. When it's annoying to you,
yes, you do.
Yes, it's okay. And we always say every decision you make is okay. All this is about awareness. If you have awareness, you have the flexibility to make a
Yes.
decision. So again, when something's annoying, when somebody's seeing the brighter side of things and it's annoying to you, it's okay, but understand you want to be where you are at that moment. And that's okay.
Yes,
It's totally fine.
it's fine. But it's not going to get you what you want as long as you stay there. It's like we talk about this often. If you run a red light and get a ticket, we're not saying it's wrong to run one, but don't complain when you get a ticket either.
Nice example.
Don't be like, what the hell? It's like you know what you were doing and you continue to do it anyway. So
Hmm.
you got away with it a few times, or you kept doing it. The more you kept doing it, the bolder you got, or the more that momentum built. And one day, boom, something happens. And it's the same thing with life. It's like, I was just so happy to be aware of where I was going, even though I continue. Because remember, your feelings are just in that moment. You're at this level right now. And when someone doesn't join you, the understanding of how the universe is makes you not be annoyed and more so grateful when someone there is an anchor. Will be like, you know what you're doing, stop it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Where if you don't understand, you're like, well, I don't need to talk to her right now because obviously she doesn't understand what I'm doing. And you want to commiserate with someone and they'll hop right down. Y'all can sink together, drown, just suck in water. And there will
Yes.
be a million reasons for other people to go, oh, let's get right on this one. And
Yes.
you're just right. That's what happens.
Yes, it is what happens. And again, repeating, regurgitating what it is that we said, it's not beating you up. It's allowing you to know where you are.
Hmm.
If you don't know where you are, then you're just sitting there and just swimming like what? But when you know what reality you're creating, you're like, okay, I'm seeing why things are happening the way they are.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right, let me try
Yes.
this other way, you know?
100%. 100%. It's really fun. I mean, actually, I was just listening to a Dr. Joe Dispenza. It was really crazy. This lady's husband, and I say this just so everybody get the whole story, committed suicide, and pretty much in the end, she ended up with cancer and all this other stuff. And then she brought herself from that, out of that abyss, and then she ended up totally can't even tell she ever had it and got married again, had a beautiful life. But the point he brought out was because he personally met this lady was the middle journey. How can you enjoy something like this? Well, she had no other option, which is where she decided she was going to take her path in life. You don't have to go there, but this is where she chose to go in her life. And it literally went from anger to sadness, depression, all this, and one thing led to another, and it continued to get worse. She was like, what else can get worse? Okay, ulcers. What else can get worse? Cancer. What else can get worse? Losing your hair, losing your family, losing your house. And when she had nothing left to lose,
Oh, hair
then
was fun.
she started losing her hair. Yeah, I don't know. Started losing all her hair, but she started losing everything, literally. And it
Hmm.
was so funny how she got on stage with no crutches, with
Mm.
no signs of cancer,
Wow.
with a brand new family, with a brand new home. And she knew she did it herself, which is the
Wow.
biggest thing out of everything. And that's what I wanted to share.
Hmm.
Your story doesn't have to go there before you get like that, but it can.
Right. Especially when you said, what else can go wrong? Be
Oh, don't
mindful.
ever.
Right. Because they're even in that, ask yourself, how can this get better? Yes. Can it get any better? Yes, it will.
Yes.
It's so empowering to know how much control it is that you have on your day.
Yes.
It's so empowering to
Yes.
know that how they say, I hear it often, you can restart. Every morning is a new beginning. Every moment is. Every moment is.
Millisecond, like you said, a moment covers everything. A moment is even better because a moment can be anything,
It could be
and
anything.
it really can, and to even piggyback on what else said, I heard another interesting fact by scientists. Single cell microorganisms are things that are we're made up of billions and billions and trillions of cells, billions and trillions of cells. So a single cell organism is something that is at the root of everything. I mean, it's broken down to the nth degree. Scientists have just discovered that a single cell organism can affect another thing 50 feet from its actual source of where it's located physically. So it
Mm.
can send out an energy 50 feet away. Something that is a single cell organism, I don't know how to describe it. It has no, it's just exist. It's like the most simplest form of living you could ever be.
Wow.
We have hundreds of billions of cells, trillions of cells that make us up. And a single cell organism can affect something 50 feet away.
Wow.
What can you do?
Wow. 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 I did not realize that.
When I heard that, I was like, I meant to share it before. I had goosebumps reading that. It was like, wow, proven fact. So this isn't something spiritual. This is science. 50 feet away, they've
Yes.
seen things where there is actual energy transferred from the most simplest. You can't get any more simple of an organism on this earth than a single cell.
I
We
love
have
that.
hundreds of billions of them, and just one can affect something 50 feet away. What can you do?
That's so beautiful because we're here empowering you for your own abilities, like to step into it. Like one step forward is strengthening your belief in yourself.
Yes.
It's strengthening your belief in yourself, taking your own responsibility, your own control. And once you do that, oh, it's so exciting. Like the world you
Mm-hmm.
create. It's just with
Yeah.
anything. And I always go back to calories too, because it's it's for every platform in every area of your life. No matter, everything's equal. Once you can make everything equal, um, that's where the beauty really
Yes.
begins.
Yes.
Would
Yes,
you
it
say,
is.
Mike?
I really, really would. I really would. I know what you're saying. Count. It's about being responsible for yourself, and I'm not saying just do you. But the thing is, like, even for responsible for when you plan something, you're being responsible. You're open to anything occurring. It's not like you're going to be flown off the hook if this doesn't go exactly as what planned. But I learned that plan your life, plan your day, and that can be
Yeah.
just as simple as saying everything's going to work out good, imagining great things happening, or
Yes.
plan responsibly. Because when I see around, if you look at a person that's really good in whatever part of their life they're good at, some people are very good organized. You're like, man, that person. So you would like to emulate them because that's something about them. You really love their results. They're happy. So you like
Yeah.
so with calories and counting, you don't always have to do it, I find, but even like getting into shape, it's about being responsible. If you're just haphazardly just taking stuff in and you don't feel good about it, because most of the time you don't feel good about it. After it's done, you're like, oh my God, I shouldn't have done that. Well, what should you have done? I don't know. Well, how about coming up with some kind of plan?
Yeah.
Because right now you don't even know. You're just in your car riding up and down blocks. What's
And
the
it doesn't feel
destination?
good. Exactly.
It doesn't feel good. It
It does.
doesn't. We're not
I was
saying be
gonna.
strict.
I like that. And if you don't mind, I was going to interject for a personal example of living in the end while enjoying the middle. Living in the end, it's nice having examples because it's helpful to have a
Hmm.
visual of how to actually apply it. And one thing I had done when I had manifested the home that we purchased is living in the end is I had shared this a couple episodes ago, I believe, getting approved for an amount beyond what it is I actually had desired. And I didn't get approved for that amount. It was X amount. I was like, dang, that's all I had. But when you live in the end, you already know the home that you wanted is yours, right? So enjoy the middle. So we went house shopping last weekend, and I shared this with Mike. This one home was really beautiful. I could have cleared it with the amount that we were given. But the universe said, you'll be settling. Where's
Hmm.
the fun in that? Where's the fun in that? And living in the end, My daughter helped me because I pulled her in the experience. And she wanted these townhomes. And I was like, ooh, that's way beyond what we were approved for. But if I lived in the end, I already saw us in there. And she saw us too. And things worked out so beautifully that I didn't wonder about how that was going to manifest.
So it's not our
Live in the
job,
end. It's
right?
not our job. And it happened. And the money showed up. We're
Hmm.
packing our things because we didn't worry about anything else. We enjoyed the middle part.
Yes, yes,
But the
yes.
universe gave me two parallel realities. You could settle, or you can strengthen your abilities by not wondering how the money's going to manifest,
Right,
but
yes.
enjoy the middle
Yes,
and
yes,
just live in the end. And it
yes.
happened. It really happened. Um,
So awesome.
it is. It is. And guys, all we're here on this earth for is strengthening your own power. It's all
Yes,
about strengthening your power and your belief
it
in
is.
yourself.
It is. And I couldn't, honestly, with what you said, I don't want to add anything to it. I think I'm looking at the time anyway. It's the perfect time to just take what Elle
Oh
said.
my God. Okay.
Yes, but think about that, what she just said, because it helped me so much. I know it's touching with a lot of people that are tuning in because it's a vibrational tuning in. Think about that. There's nothing beyond your grasp,
Nothing.
and nothing beyond your grasp, nothing. And just, I like today because I got to show people that there's not every time things are just going to be like, oh, you're bouncing the walls. But I have the tools to get back to where I want to be quickly. And that's what I'm appreciative of.
Yes. Yes. And I'm glad that you shared your story too, because we're
Thank
here.
you.
Our stories are catalysts for your own journey. And
Yes,
so I
yes.
enjoy being on this podcast, being transparent with you
One,
guys for that.
it's so fun, so fun. Thank you, everybody. Friday, are they going to be coming to see our crazy butts again, Ellie?
I hope so.
I would hope so.
This has
All
been
right.
fun. We're going to connect with you guys on Friday.
Yes, Friday, be there. We'll bring another accent, maybe. You never know. Right, mate?
Cheerio.
Oh, God.
We'll see. We'll see.
Catch
But guys,
everybody.
yes, we'll see you guys on Friday. Enjoy your Tuesday, and we'll see you then.
Absolutely. See you then. Boom. See
See
ya.
you, Mike.
See ya.